Hey NSA, this is Conor, and welcome back to another episode of Conor's 3. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about what's happened this week and a little bit about what's happening next week. First, I'm going to be talking about the top 3 players of the previous week. Number 1, Jaden Daniels was 21 for 38, 326 pass yards, 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions. A solid performance returning from injury, showing both resilience and accuracy. Number 2, DeAndre Swift, 18 rush attempts, 129 rush yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Consistent on the ground and crucial in his team's offense of success. Calvin Ridley, 10 receptions, 143 receiving yards, and 0 receiving touchdown. Great receiving game, though without a touchdown, it was an instrumental game in the progress of his season. Next, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the top 3 injuries. Number 1, Drake May. Drake May has a concussion, which is a major concern for the Patriots as he recovers from his injury. Number 2, Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs has a knee injury, which again is very concerning for an injury for the potent Texans offense. And number 3, Chris Olave had a head injury, but they haven't confirmed it as a concussion. Currently getting monitored for his recovery as a scary injury to an already weak Saints wide receiver core. Next, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the top 3 upsets. Number 1, Browns beat the Ravens 29-24. A very surprising upset for the Browns in their first game with their backup quarterback, Jameis Winston, against a very good Ravens offense. Number 2, Patriots 25, Jets 22. The Pats are not going to have a lot of wins this year, so every win we can get, we'll take. And number 3, Rams 30, Vikings 20. A really big upset this week was the Rams taking down the Vikings. The Vikings started the year off very hot, but in the last couple of weeks, they've stuttered a little bit. And next, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the top 3 disappointing players. 1, Jared Goff, 12 for 15, 85 pass yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Despite the touchdowns, his yardage was surprisingly low this week. Number 2, Jordan Mason, 6 rush attempts, 18 rush yards, and 0 rush touchdowns. Jordan Mason's game was really disappointing. I think the 49ers were expecting more from him this week in Christian McCaffrey's absence. And number 3, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 receptions, 7 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. Quiet day in terms of yardage, though he did manage to score. Next, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about what's coming up in this upcoming week. The top 3 matchups. Number 1, Packers vs. Lions. It's a divisional rivalry that promises excitement as both teams aim to secure positioning in the NFC North. Number 2, Bucs vs. Chiefs. A classic battle with both teams featuring solid offenses and talented quarterbacks. Number 3, Dolphins vs. Bills. A good matchup that will be really good test for Tua to see if he is the same Tua after that ugly concussion back in week 2. Next, I'm going to be talking to you a little about the top 3 fantasy sleepers. Number 1, Jameis Winston. He's set to replace Deshaun Watson as the Browns starter, and he could be a strong fantasy option for your team. 2, Tyrone Tracy Jr. Tracy has been making waves recently and could become a key target in his offense. If you're looking for a running back who can provide depth or even breakout, he's worth considering. And number 3, Josh Downs. Josh Downs had a big game last week. I think that was the start of a streak of games, so if you can pick him up, you should. Next, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the trades. DeAndre Hopkins got traded from the Titans to the Chiefs. Adding Hopkins to a 7-0 Chiefs team would significantly boost an already dominant offense, giving Patrick Mahomes a proven, elite wide receiver to pair with Travis Kelce. This would only heighten their Super Bowl contention. And next, Josh Uche got traded from the Pats to the Chiefs. Uche, a talented pass rusher from the Patriots, would strengthen the Chiefs' defensive front, adding a depth and playmaking ability to their pass rush and making the Chiefs even more balanced on both sides of the ball. And Ernest Jones traded to the Seahawks, and the Titans get Jerome Baker in exchange and a 5th-round pick. This swap would benefit both teams. Jones, an impactful player, could help solidify the Seahawks defense, while the Titans receive Jerome Baker and a future draft asset to aid their rebuilding. This is Conor. Thank you for watching. Signing off, Conor's 3.